Today we're in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm Shayne Huston, Mail Communications Group, and we're a communications company. Started in 1987, started out actually just as a pre-sort company. And so that was the focus. And then it built to add in printing and inserting and the other features. And then we started growing by acquisitions, mergers, things like that. So now we're up to 4 facilities. We have about 300 employees, and it ranges based off the size of the facility. So just short of half are in the Des Moines location, and then the rest are in the other states. So we're in 4 different states as well.
What we try and help our clients do is communicate in whatever channel and mechanism that their customers want. So it could be a printed piece going in through the mail. It could be a postcard that directs them to a website to find out further information about a product or services. It could be direct mail, collections letters. We run the gamut, but the nice bit is having the flexibility to go from one extreme to the other, from a print or a digital, and just help our clients get smarter about how to communicate.
We'll actually do the entire processing, including some of the work share work for our United States Post Office. So we have high-speed sorters that'll take it from the print and mail and inserting clear through being commingled.
So from a new customer that's never outsourced before, getting them on site to visually see the process, it's hard to explain the process just in words and paper, but if we can get them on site and they can start to see the automation, you're talking about some companies that could be having people physically folding and hand stuffing, and now you move them to a process of full automation. It gets them thinking about their mail in a whole different light, about efficiencies. I like to talk to customers about, why are you printing if it's not your core? This is what we do day in and day out. So we have all the necessary pieces in place, the security components, the backup, the redundancy. It just makes sense to outsource, and that's the message we're trying to give to customers that currently outsource today and those that don't.
It's getting more competitive. We actually kind of feel, because we almost take it from what they say, cradle to grave, clear to the post office, that we don't have as many competitors, because a customer can come to us and they have one source for all of it. You know, some people joke about one throat to choke. So we take it clear through that process, and so that helps us compete against other people that are out there.
It's the flexibility. So I can look across a vast array of industries, and I can understand probably 80% of the problems they need because we've seen it before. And we can offer solutions that we've applied within a vertical as well as across a vertical. So I think we provide a lot of flexibility, that I'm not bringing a client in saying, you have to do it this way. This is the only way it will work, because that's not helping either of our companies. And again, we're in the Midwest. We have really hard workers, very loyal employees, and it means a lot to us to have the loyalty of our clients. We absolutely use direct mail. So we use it for trade shows. We get the attendee list and let them know what booth we're going to be at and what we do. We use it after. We also do email. We do quarterly newsletters that we are announcing new products and services and ideas. So yes, it only makes sense if I'm printing and mailing that I use that same mechanism to communicate with our clients.
A lot of times we're obviously looking at speed for our equipment. That's a big decider, as well as uptime. What do we have to do to maintain it? Luckily on site, we actually have a crew of people that can maintain all of our equipment except our printers. You know, so at all facilities, we have a fleet of Xerox equipment, cut sheet. We do have a mix of full color digital versus monochrome, and we kind of run the gamut on all of that, as well as high-speed inserters, inkjet, and again, I was mentioning earlier, the high-speed sorters for the USPS. It's important for us to be able to transfer work if we have to. That's part of our business continuity and our disaster recovery. So the more common that we can be across the sites, that just helps us. But we're never opposed to looking at what else we can be doing and what can we do to make it better. So we're also evaluating inkjet capabilities as we grow into the future. We actually utilize 4 different print engines, and Solimar is one of our primary engines. We have an OpenText Planet Press, Solimar, and then an in-house product called Remote Print. And so we'll use those depending on what solution we have to provide. Again, trying to center in on the PDFs, which then allows us the commonality of Solimar to run the process and create a standard as it goes out to the floor. So we're pretty excited about being able to do those things. And with the Solimar product, we're actually able to bring things to fruition, launch products a little quicker for customers and get it out to the floor and into their consumers' hands. So. As part of our goal for customers is to help drive down their postage rate. What we're able to do with Solimar and tying it in with the BCC software, we're actually able to do the householding. We're able to do what they call CAS, which is certification for the post office, and then even do some pre-processing where, if possible, we can strip off some already qualified mail so we don't have to send it down on the machine, which increases our capacity. And so we use that whole process as we go through it, again, just to help our customers save money, help us process, make the SLAs.
So we absolutely care about Solimar and its sales environment for 2 reasons. We could be working with a lot of core engines, and if they can output a PDF rather than raw data, speed to market is huge for us, and we can put Solimar into place to get them up and running much quicker in an onboarding process. So that's very important to us. And as we look across channels, if I can get a core system to output a PDF once, then I can go after that core system's other clients and I have a repeatable process. So it's hugely important for us.
I think one of the important things with anybody you're working with and with Solimar is how does the culture match up? Do you see the integrity? Do people stand behind what they're doing? And that's very important to us. And you can see the same thing with Solimar, that's very important with them too. They do an excellent job. They get back to us right away. We're able to work with them. They help training. They also provide us with a lot of tools, so like the Solimar University online, so our staff can go out, see some of the new features or things happening, or if we hire somebody new that they can go in, and that helps us speed up the process of onboarding that employee. The Customer Advisory Council works really well for us because it's an opportunity that Solimar presents that we can ask questions, they can put information out there, and then they listen to our input. So it helps, I think, all the customers that are involved in the development and the roadmap of the product, which is really important to make sure that you don't want to create the wrong thing and then not have a market for it. So it helps support all of us with customers that we're trying to help support.
So I've been with the company 9 years, and I've seen a total transformation from, being an all monochrome print shop to color. We've seen a lot of our digital solutions come into play. And so you're right, where are we looking for next is how do we integrate more of all of the e-marketing and e-campaigns that can integrate and complement the print. We also look at acquisitions. What are tools and services they're providing that maybe we hadn't thought of? And so we look to that market to find out how do we move forward, whether it's through acquisition or we develop it ourselves. And then we do a lot of client surveys out there to say, if we brought this product or service along, is that something you would utilize today or in the future? So we survey our clients quite a bit to find out, are we in the right direction?
We see our direction and vision going forward is really continuing to grow what we are growing, organic, additional print, but we also build digital products that deliver that same communication via email, via web. And so again, it's the communication across multiple channels. So we don't see this going anywhere. We're also looking at expanding into other locations. So we're also going through mergers and acquisitions and continuing to grow that as well.